I'd like to introduce myself. I know a lot of you, some of you I haven't met. My name is Justin Werkley. I'm the Director of Golf and Membership here at Harbour Trees, and again, want to welcome all of you here tonight. We are excited to share this with you and have some good discussion and hopefully keep moving things along. We want this to be very friendly, very casual, so if you want to fill your plates or your glasses while we're talking, feel free to get up and do whatever you need to do. But I want to start by just sharing a little bit of the background. So I've been working with the board on this for about 6 months or so, and I'm not sure how many of our NHPOA board members are here, but if you're on the NHPOA board, could you stand up and so I can introduce you real quick? And we may only have one. Okay, Lynn Jones, right here in the teal sweater up front, is one of our NHPOA board members. So we've had several discussions, a lot of email dialogue back and forth, several in face-to-face meetings to discuss this proposal and what it is that we would like to do and offer to the neighborhood. And it's essentially gotten us to where we are tonight, which is what we've been hoping to be able to do, which is share with the neighborhood what it is we are hoping to do and how we think it will enhance the neighborhood, and then allow the homeowners to get all that information, ask questions, make sure that everybody is on the same page. So you'll see some slides. We put some pictures up. If you didn't, I'm sure most of you did receive the postcard that we sent. I'm sure that's why you're all here. So you saw the kind of our concept drawing and our offer. If there's any information that I can provide for you, I will make sure that you all have my contact information before we leave here tonight. And you can feel free to reach out to me at any time, email me, call me, and we can discuss whatever it is you'd like to discuss. I can answer any questions that you'd like me to answer after tonight, after we get through the presentation. We are going to video. We're recording the presentation tonight, and we will have that posted so anyone who is not able to be here can watch it and get the same information that you're all getting. You can all certainly get on there and rewatch it if you like, or pass it along, share it with your neighbors who may not be here. Again, our goal is transparency. We want everyone to have the same information. We want to make sure that there aren't any questions about what it is that we're offering and what it is that we're hoping to accomplish. So with that, I'm going to introduce Andy Gigani. He's going to come up and speak for a little bit about our offer to the neighborhood. And then after he's done, we will entertain some questions, and again, hopefully we have some nice dialogue and we can answer any questions that anyone has tonight. So I'll turn it over to Andy.
Good to go. All right. Everybody, thanks for coming tonight. I'm Andy. I'm going to talk a little bit about the history of Harbour Trees, the history of North Harbour, as well as why we're doing this, and what it means for the homeowner, and what it means for everybody in North Harbour. I have a tendency to speak, and my folks that work with me know I say this all the time, I speak in riddles and rhymes. So, I'm going to give you some concepts, and sometimes you might say, what did he just say? But hopefully, at the end of this, you'll kind of see what we're really trying to do and why we're trying to do this. So I thought it was appropriate to go back and talk a little bit about the history of North Harbour first. Obviously, this club's almost 50 years old. It'll be 50 years old within about a year and a half. And we're real proud of that. Everybody here is very proud of that. We have some members that were actually here when the club started. A long time ago, North Harbour had a clubhouse, and it had a swimming pool, not unlike South Harbour that many of you have probably been over there. Sherwood Corporation was the corporation that built out the lake, built out the harbors, built out East Harbour, North Harbour, all of the homes in the area. And they developed a very nice community center for all of us. Somewhere around 1994, they were finished with their production. And they pulled out of North Harbour. And they offered, at the time, the land over there at where the Beach Club resides now, where the old clubhouse was. You'll see pictures of it. To the neighborhood, and the neighborhood turned them down. A whole host of reasons why. I was in Noblesville at the time. I was in South Harbour at the time, so I do remember this. And then Shorewood came to the club and made them the same offer, and the club turned it down. So we ended up losing the clubhouse and the swimming pool and the tennis courts, and we lost it for 15 years. We started to decline in North Harbour a few years after that. We started losing families. In fact, one of the old pros gave me some of the best advice ever when I first joined here. And he said, bring back the families and you'll bring back Harbour Trees. The individual member is fickle, the families are loyal. In a random event in 2010, I had been talking to the owners of the land for a few years, and they showed up at a member guest party at my old house. And that night, we shook hands and the beach club happened. Now, it could have, happened a whole host of other ways, but that was a perfect way for people at, North Harbour and for Harbour Trees for that to happen again after God knows how many beers. And thank God, my attorney was a few feet away from me. But what the point I'm getting at is we actually fumbled. We fumbled an opportunity in 1994. And all these years later, here we are. This is an opportunity. This is not the end of the world. If there are folks in the room that don't agree and don't want to do this, I certainly respect it. We've had a lot of back and forth over the past year. There's been some hard feelings on both sides. And I got to tell you, I appreciate the board for doing some pretty hard work. And they took a lot of heat, as did I. But now we're here, and we have this offer. And quite honestly, I look at it as an opportunity for each homeowner and, really for each member here. So let's get into why. What happened a long time ago was that we didn't see opportunities when they came. We passed because we thought we had time or we didn't need it. This is an opportunity, and why we're doing it is because we are currently competing with some pretty tough clubs and some tough neighborhoods. Not tough like, tough, west side of Chicago tough, but very tough competitors. We've got a club really a few miles to our west, a number of miles to our south, and a number of miles to our east. And these are newer clubs with newer homes, a newer golf course, depending on who you're talking to, some things that are pretty attractive. We have to compete with them. And if we don't compete with them, what will happen is eventually we will lose our homeowners, not necessarily our members, but homeowners, people who want to move to the area. People will say, well, I've been over there to Bridgewater, I've been over there to Chatham, I've seen Sagamore, and that's pretty nice, I think I want to go there. We want them here. You want them here. As homeowners, you want those prospective buyers who are seeking Hamilton County out, and they are. You want them to look over here. And the way we do that, or the way we've been doing that, is by improving amenities in North Harbour. So the golf course has been changed a bit. This room has been changed a bit. All of that is, yes, it's to help our business, don't get me wrong. But one of the big ways we help our business is to improve the real estate in the area. So why we're doing this isn't just because we want to grab that land and we want to do our thing and sell memberships. The primary reason why we want to do it is we want to attract people to the area, because that's good for us too. Good for the homeowner, good for us. Now, over time, what will happen, we hope, is once this is approved, if we can get that far, we will need a vote. Right now, this is the phase where we're educating everybody about it. This should be a showcase for your neighborhood. It will be there for everybody. There's a joke that we always say way back in the days when we were going through all the consolidation. We are not going to take the land and hijack it and take it to Zionsville. The land stays here. It's improved, and it's accessible to everybody. For some of you that are not members here, there are actually clubs that are doing some things that are very out of the box. We have to have this as our distinguishing factor. It's the one thing we have that nobody has, and they'll never have it. But one thing that we will have that no one else has is the lake. So whenever you guys are going to places and you talk about Harbour Trees, you'll see that the brand is the lake. You know, we embrace the lake. One of the great things about the beach club is that I don't care if you live on the lake, you can still have a lakefront experience. So you can live in the neighborhood and actually feel like you're living on the lake, which is why I think the neighborhood is attractive to so many. This is just an added bonus. And so when you look at it, what this means to you is, yes, you're going to have another great amenity, you're going to have a nice feature, but really what you're going to have is something that no one else has. And they'll never have it. No matter how hard they try, they'll never have it. Because no one's going to be able to recreate an 8 billion gallon lake. So right now, this land has been sitting here for 40 or 50 years. That's changed a little bit. I remember there used to be a walkway down to it. It's fallen into the lake. It's not anybody's fault, it's just eroded. The docks are there. Those docks are owned by the marina. That doesn't change. So the marina has rights to it. And anything that's commercial on the lake, they own the rights to. So whoever has a boat there, that doesn't change at all. The other thing that you will have that's a little bit different is we're going to seawall it, stop the erosion. That project alone will take it'll be quite an undertaking. That'll be the first thing that we would do, just like we did with the beach club. We had to put a seawall in to hold up all of the engineering that was put up, all the pool retention walls and the weight of the pool. So it will look a little different. The other thing that we'll have is a bridge over the place where the actual walkway was down the lake. And that bridge, I think, will be a signature thing for us. It'll be a place where you'll go to take wedding pictures. It'll be a place where when you're taking a walk with your dog, you walk over the bridge and down the boardwalk to the water. The only thing that I would say that's going to feel different about it is, yes, you're going to have some putting greens, you're going to have a couple bunkers, and you're going to be able to see the club. The club is going to be able to see the water. So what we will do with this is this will be the only club that has true waterfront on both sides. You'll be able to see the beach club and this club. And I believe that identity allows us to be strong for another 2-3 generations. Because really, when it comes down to it, the way I look at all of us, we're passing through. This is just a moment in time in Harbour Trees history. 20, 30 years from now, they'll talk about this. And hopefully they don't say, well, you know what, they had a chance to do something with that. It fell into the lake. And why didn't they do something about it? Just as we said, well, why didn't they grab that beach club land? Why didn't they do that? Well, at the time, they didn't see it. So this is a potential, I guess, workup of what could be. It's not just for the members, it's for everybody. So if you want to walk down to the water, you want to fish, you have a boat there that basically has been there for a while and you're not a member, it stays there. If you want to enjoy this land, it's still going to be there, and it's going to be better than it is now. So what I'm going to ask you for is your support. I'm going to open this up to questions. So you guys can ask me anything you'd like, and I'll answer the best I can. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your support. I can't tell you how much every day I think about the responsibility of this place and why I'm doing this. And you know, sometimes I think I'm half crazy. I think I am crazy. But the reality is we have 150 acres here. Between the beach club and the golf clubs, 150 acres in North Harbour. We have a vested interest in that. We don't want to see 150 acres in a meadow. We don't want to lose our momentum. We want to continue to make this progress, and everybody benefits. Everybody. I don't care. We say this all the time, and if there's one thing I can leave you with, what's good for North Harbour is good for Harbour Trees. What's good for Harbour Trees, it's good for North Harbour. It's not either or. I can promise you that. I've been here 30 years, and I've seen it when we forget that.